What is up, everybody? It is Wick here. We are about to go out thrifting, looking for some things that we can flip on eBay, Amazon, Mercari, or wherever. I've got some eBay sales to ship out first, though. Let me show you what I sold. I have this Rock Band 4 PS4. Just recently picked this up at Goodwill for $4.99. There was a lot of people that had this listed on eBay pre-owned for $40. I priced mine $45, and it sold within 20 minutes. I mentioned it when I picked it up that the Rock Band 4 stuff is really hot right now. I believe the complete full set with the guitar, drums, and all that, I saw a comp sell for $499, which can't go wrong with quick profits. I found this lithium skill screwdriver in a tote. It had an Amazon return label on it, so it must have been returned from Amazon. I remember 2 or 3 years ago, I bought probably 20 some of these at Lowe's. I flipped them for good money, about $60. Amazon FBA. Went and listed this on eBay for $50 plus shipping, and it sold really quick. I believe I only had $7 into this. Picked up this Once Upon a Time Disney Day Planner for $1 at Walmart, and I sold it for $20. Picked up 29 of these Easy Fire Sprays at Lowe's recently for $5 a piece. Been selling them for about $29.89, and here's one of them I sold. I've bought a lot of phones over the years and finally getting around to dealing with some of them. I believe I paid $2 for this and I sold it for $17.95 plus shipping. Here's a Tyco RC 6-volt battery, I think for an RC car. I think I have about $5 in this and I sold it for $25. Then I sold some wrestling figures. I paid $7 for all of them. There's actually 7 or 8 of them that were too damaged and broken to sell. I'll probably do a lot of those and sell them for parts. A lot of people buy them for parts, but I don't know because these aren't worth that much anyway. I actually did an auction on them. I rarely do auctions because I didn't know exactly what the prices were on some of these. Didn't want to list each one individually for lower profits. Just wanted to just move them, get them all out of there. Did a $14.99 plus shipping. No one bid on it. So I went ahead and listed them for $20 plus shipping, and they ended up selling in about a week. Sold 2 of these Kohler towel bars. Got about $5 a piece in them. Got them from Lowe's. Sold them for $40 plus shipping for a total of $57.50. Then over here, I sold this Taz pencil sharpener. I picked this up recently at a yard sale, and I paid $1 for it. Took about a week and a half to sell. I sold it for $25 plus shipping for a total of $36.05. I sold this Jackie Chan Collection 8-film set. Picked this up at Goodwill for $2.99 and sold it for $22.95. Then finally, I picked up this vintage Simon game. It's the clear one. I paid only 99 cents for this at a Goodwill. Unfortunately, the pink side did not work. The bulb was burnt out. I just decided to list it like that for $10 plus shipping because I didn't want to have to go buy a bulb and figure all that out. I just don't have time to do that. It only sell for about $10 more after I bought the bulb. Probably $3 into the bulb, and it just wouldn't have been that much more money. So I just listed it for $10 since I only had $1 in it. It sold about a week and a half. Probably even make a little bit of money on the shipping. I have made it to my first stop, a Goodwill. Checking out these dinosaurs. Just in the last video, I think I found a Jurassic Park JP3, it said on the dinosaur. I was trying to read it in the video. I did not see the JP3 at all. It just looked like scratch marks to me. So apparently, I missed the JP3. It wasn't worth a whole lot, what people were saying. But yeah, always look for the JP, the JW, which stands for Jurassic World. Some good stuff, especially some of the old stuff. There is a Hot Wheels collector's case. Could have made a little bit of money on that. Not really worth my time. It was beat up. Maybe like $5 max I would have made on it. Maybe not even that much since it wasn't damaged, so I left it. However, I see this Moonies toy and I'm like, I think this is worth some money. So it is. I've actually already sold it. I sold it for $45, $50, I think. It sold really quick. Went overseas. We had one of the plug and play arcades there. That's not worth picking up. That was sitting there for a while. Keep seeing it selling for like $8 new on Amazon. Not sure why it's so low price. Must have been mass produced at Walmart or something and they clearanced them out. Over here, just checking out some, well, hopefully some electronics, some tools. It looks like we got this Tool set, no name, kind of generic, not really worth picking up. What else we got? We got this little Halloween decoration, a ghost, and I was going to buy it. It was, what's the price there? I can't even see in this preview footage, but it's missing suction cups. It's supposed to have suction cups there. You stick it on a window, I guess. It was only selling for like $20, $25 max, and without the suction cups, I decided to pass on it. Probably wouldn't move that well. We at the church thrift store checking out some appliances, and I thought this was one where I got some stuff, maybe not. Videos blend together in my mind. I do so much thrifting, so apparently that's not today I get what I'm thinking here. So I am still looking for some stuff, some maybe appliances I can part out. Shelves are kind of empty though. Looks like a food processor up there. I'm not sure what that is. It's been sitting there. But we come over to the games, and I know in the last video I talked about the Tripoli game. Yeah, I find another mat here 3 times in a row, 3 different times. This one I ended up leaving because it's just in too bad a shape. But yeah, like I've mentioned before, I can sell them for 40 bucks on Amazon. And also in the last video, someone spotted a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles van in the background. I didn't notice that, but there had been one at this thrift store before, a newer one that was in kind of beat up shape, and I think it was that one. Hopefully I didn't miss the original vintage Turtles van, because that's definitely on the bucket list to find. Actually a vintage Ninja Turtles collector. Just decided to start collecting Ninja Turtles stuff because I was a fan growing up, and you know, it's just something to make the hunting, the sourcing a bit more exciting. Looking for Ninja Turtle stuff you like, video games, of course, I collect those as well, the vintage stuff. On this hardware shelf at the thrift store, digging through these bins, hoping to find a little bit of money, something I can flip, but not a whole lot. Just old doorknob there, Titan doorknob, not really worth picking up. See some of the fireplace tools down there. What are they called? Like the pokers? I'm not sure what they're actually called. Fireplace tools, maybe. Got a couple of speakers. I did some research on them. I don't remember what they were exactly. They're not worth much at all. Golf clubs. I feel like the same golf clubs have been to their store forever. Kind of got to pay attention though, because you never know when they're going to throw a couple really nice ones in there. And if you don't look, you miss them. So, got to check. Got some Halloween stuff here. Pretty thin, since I think this video was recorded like the day or two before Halloween. So, yeah, not a whole lot to pick through there. Got a little DVD player I wasn't interested in, not worth picking up. Checking out the shelves up here, though. We got a VHS player, Sony. And what's the price on this? Because I probably want it. $7.99, no remote, but I'll still pick it up because it's easy to get the remotes for those. I sell them on Amazon all the time, those Sony VCRs, for about $100, sometimes $120, depending on the model and the rank. That one was a $100 model, so worth picking up for $7.99. Got some old crock pots there, some crock pots worth picking up. Not those. What do we got here? We got some, what are these carousel, what is it, film reels? Is that what it is? Carousel film. I've sold these in the past. It's been a while. I did end up grabbing that one because it looks like I can make some decent profit on it. I did test it. Seems like it works fine, but I need some film, or just a film slide. Slide projector, that's what I'm looking for, not really a film. Just to make sure that it's opening properly, the little flap on there, if you're familiar with them. But we are checking out the toys here. And actually, this is the next day. This is the thrift store I picked up the Moonies thing in. And we're checking it out again. I just picked up a Lisa Frank binder. And we got a Monster High doll. This is a more cheap one, and I've been picking up too many cheap ones. I usually do lots of those when I get a few of them. So I'm just going to hold off and wait and find some better ones, I think, because I don't want a bunch of cheap ones in my lot. And games have been pretty thin at this Goodwill. Looks like some just loose, crafty-like materials. See this doll down here, and I'm like, it's kind of a high-quality doll. It's heavy. It's got a diaper on. It's $5.99. There's a name. It's no American Girl doll, but I decided to put it in the cart. I was trying to do some research, wasn't a whole lot of information on it. Finally found some dolls made by that name. I don't remember the name exactly, but they were selling for next to nothing. So ended up putting that back. We got some cheap toys, but a lot of cheap looking toys are actually worth a lot of money. Like I've mentioned the drone sweeper that I sold recently. I got $200 for it. It just didn't seem like it would be worth that much. Over here, I'm just kind of looking at these blankets and quilts. Star Wars, not original, or I would 100% buy that. I'd probably put it on my bed. And, I don't know, I'm single right now. Maybe that's not a good idea, You try to explain that to, a new girlfriend or something. Like, hey, yeah, I guess got this Star Wars blanket. Ninja Turtles, I'd rather have Ninja Turtles on my bed, but vintage only. Nothing new like that. So, yeah, looking at the shoes, nothing there. Shoes have been really light here as well. But then I find the ultimate blanket. I did pick up some shoes there. I'll show those at the end of the video. See, my cart's pretty full. But Duck Dynasty, now that would be a hard one to explain, to someone why you'd have Duck Dynasty on your bed. But, maybe some people like that. Maybe that it would impress some ladies. I don't know. I found this was making stabbing motions. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. $2.99. I think it's some sort of gardening tool. I just found it weird that was sitting there. I thought, well, maybe somebody would, some kid pick that up and hurt themselves. Usually they put tape around that kind of stuff. I don't think it was really sharp. Just a bit pointy. Where are we at now? We're just looking on these shelves. You know what? I got a question for you. Leave the answer in the comments. How many times a week do you go to your local thrift stores? Do you go every day, or do you break it up? Because you see a lot of the same stuff. But this is incredible. This is an incredible find. I see this Olympus camera there. It is only $6.99. It's an Olympus Stylus Epic. I've picked these up in the past. They are very valuable cameras. And I was looking at this tape recorder. I ended up leaving it because it was kind of beat up. It wasn't that great of a little tape recorder, like a $20 one. Got that football down there. It's still there. That appeared in another video. You can make a little bit of money on those if they're cheap enough. I might pick them up if I find one new in the box or open box, something like that. Loose, I'm just not really wanting to test it for a little bit of profit. Got some appliances, the Hamilton Beach. Had to check to make sure that wasn't new, because some stuff like this, if it's actually sealed, it is worth selling. You just list it and ship it. Ship it FedEx or something like that. Make sure you do calculated. You make some pretty easy money. We've got an air fryer right there. Air fryers are always priced really high at the Goodwills I go to. I don't know why. They price them like $50+ sometimes used. They're not that expensive to buy new, so I'm not sure what they're doing there. Always dig through these little baskets. These are the baskets I found. I think it was a $300 vintage calculator I sold for 99 cents. You just never know what you're going to find if you dig and look. You find stuff. You really do. I can't stress it enough. You're not going to find stuff every time. You may have to dig 100 times in baskets like that to find anything, but it does happen. There's a sharp, what is that? Some sort of sharp film. I looked it up. I looked up the model number. Wasn't worth selling, but they brought out a new cart. I come over here. I got this Hot Wheels set on there, which was actually kind of valuable. If it was complete in good condition, you could sell it for $80. Those tracks, I honestly don't want to try to set up. I don't want to try to build them. It's probably going to be missing a piece. There's going to be a broken piece or something. You could maybe part it out and make a little bit of money. I just don't have time. I got plenty of inventory to be messing with, so that's why I left that. Someone else will buy it, either enjoy it or make some money on it. Digging, I see something at the bottom here trying to get to it, trying to hold the camera and record. Definitely just a reseller. I'm not a camera person, I'm not a video person. So you get what you get when you watch this channel. So yeah, it's an Angry Birds Jenga game. I sold those in the past, made some decent money. And there's also this Batman versus Superman toy over here that I see, and this was kind of interesting. I thought, I wonder what this sells for. Probably not much. Actually, you could sell it for about $80-90, it looked like. However, shipping this would be a nightmare, taking it apart. I was thinking about buying it and parting it out. A lot of the parts were selling for $10, $15. I said, what's the price of this? $9.99. Yeah, I think I could make $40, $45 in the end on that. However, I'm not going to buy it. It's just a lot of annoying work, and I decide I have better things to list and sell. I'll leave it. But it just goes to show you, if you're willing to do a little bit of work and willing to buy stuff like that, you can make money on a lot of different items. But let me show you what I did pick up today. A lot of great stuff. You know what time it is? It's time for me to go over what I picked up. But let's just start back here. I picked up this vintage pumpkin candle holder. The only name I could find in it was Little Dumpling, and I did a search on eBay just in case, and there's actually a couple of these on there. Not the exact same, but Little Dumpling nonetheless. But you know, they're not really selling. There was only 2 on there. People had them listed for 17 bucks plus shipping. It was $2.99. I like the look of it. I think it's pretty cool looking. I've been looking for some vintage Halloween stuff to put around my house for Halloween. By the time this video comes out though, it's probably about 2 weeks past Halloween, but I bought it for personal use. But below it, I picked up this $7.99 Sony VHS player. I sell these for about 100 bucks on Amazon. Just sold one, I think 2 weeks ago, maybe the same model. It did not have a remote, but I can get remotes for these pretty easily. I have 3 or 4 Sony remotes that will probably work with this. Been having a lot of luck with electronics working. Usually these things don't work, but I think the last 5 or 6 I bought have worked fine. So hopefully this trend continues. If it works, I'll be selling it for $100 on Amazon. Picked up this Lisa Frank binder. I don't know a whole lot about these, except that some of the vintage ones are worth quite a bit of money. I don't know if this is vintage. I looked for a date, couldn't find one on there. Did a little bit of research on this, and I saw some of these selling for 60 to 100 bucks, it looked like. However, the only difference is it says the world of Lisa Frank. I don't know if that means it's vintage or what. I know there's some Lisa Frank people on my channel that know about this stuff, so you can let me know in the comments. I'll have to do a little bit more research, but I think it's probably only like a $15 one, maybe a newer one. I've yet to actually find a really good vintage one, so I'm keeping my eyes open though. This is kind of a cool pickup, I guess. This Mooney's car, I guess you hang it in your car and you squeeze the thing and it pulls its pants down and moons you. It's vintage. It comes from maybe the 70s. I think it was 80s actually, maybe like 88. These are selling though. I paid $4.99 for it. They sell, I don't know, I can probably sell this. I'll probably price it $49.99 actually. I saw some sell for, so why not? It's got the box. It's in good condition. It's working. Here's one of my favorite types of things to pick up. These smaller items that are worth money. Paid $1.99 for this at Salvation Army. It's a drop filter. And I should be able to sell this for $40, $45. It's just quick and easy listing, easy to ship, and it's a pretty good decent chunk of money, so happy to pick it up. So next I picked up a couple cameras for $6.99 a piece. Got this Minolta Freedom, what is it, Freedom 90. Looked like it was selling in good condition for about $30, $40. So that'll be some decent profit. And then I found another Olympus camera. I found a decent amount of these this year. Olympus Stylus Epic cameras. Zoom 170, this is a pretty decent one. I'm pretty sure that's selling around $100 or more still. I've actually picked up a lot of these Stylus Epic cameras over the past year, 2 or 3 years. I probably got 20 of these to list actually. I have a camera tote where I just put all my cameras that I buy. And you know what? I don't list a lot of cameras because my plan is to go through and test them all and do it all at once. And I just haven't got around to do that. So you know what? I probably got a couple of totes worth of cameras like this to sell. But I have sold these in the past. I've made some decent profit on these Olympus cameras, so definitely a great camera to pick up. I thought this was a cool pickup. This Camp Crystal Lake Friday the 13th hat was only $4.99 at Goodwill. It's even got a little Jason pin on there. I don't know if that's supposed to go with the hat or not originally, but yeah, I looked it up and I think it was selling for between $20 and $25. So worth picking up. Picked up a pair of New Balance shoes. They're completely new. They've never been worn, missing tags, but unfortunately they're missing the insole as well. Disclose that in the listing, or I might just add one. Buy them for about $3. Can't even see in there. It's dark in here today. It's rainy. But these are 4E wide, which they do pretty well. I've mentioned before. I buy the New Balance shoes like this when they're extra wide. They sell better. They're only $4.99, so I'll sell them between $25, $30, no problem. They always sell. You know what? I just randomly picked up a couple ties. I like picking up these vintage ties every now and then. They're at Salvation Army for $1. You got a VeggieTales and a Taz. Look like the VeggieTales I can probably sell for 15. The Taz tie vintage 96. I thought it was Space Jam at first, but it's not actually Space Jam. So I did see one. I think it sold for $25, but it was going to Canada. So you know what? More realistically, these are going to sell between 12, 15 bucks, but for $1, they're vintage, they're cool. I grabbed this Kodak carousel projector. I've been a while since I've sold one of these. I remember not having a good experience or something. It's probably been 5, 6, 7 years since I've sold one of these. Every time I find them, they're in very bad shape, and it seems like they always have mold on them. This one was taped up. I can return it to Goodwill if it's not in great condition. I just went ahead and grabbed it. They sell between $50, $75, it look like, on eBay. So there's some money to be made if it's actually working. I don't know what they sell for on Amazon, actually. We'll get it tested. If everything's good, we will keep it and flip it. And then finally, I've been finding these Angry Bird board games. I just sold one a few days ago for $45 on Amazon. This one looks like it's in great shape and complete. $2.99 is all I paid for it, so I'll sell it between $45, $50, whatever the price currently is. There it is, everybody. Not a whole lot of item quantity, but some quality stuff here is going to make me money. You know what I'm going to ask you to do? Hit that like button for me on the way out. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, flipping_junk. And this has been Wick. Until next time.